Hello all, welcome for the lecture of system programming. Topic for today's discussion is how to construct parsing table for SLR1 parser. Before going through this video, you should be aware of table driven parser, algorithm used by LR parser, how to construct LR0 automata, and how to calculate follow of the symbol. Objective of this video is to be able to construct parsing table using SLR1 items for given input grammar. Then to be able to apply checks for finding out shift reduce and reduce conflicts. And last is to be able to compare SLR1 parsing and LR0 parsing. Now in last video I have explained you that how to construct this LR0 automata. Basically for you I'll tell you in short that for construction of LR0 automata we need to take into consideration set of CFGs and added with augmented grammar, and with that augmented grammar, considering that augmented grammar as a start state, we need to find out closure of every state. So if this is the start state considered, then closure of it is the expansion of the grammar giving expansion of S. With respect to this, the grammar giving expansion of A. Now nothing is there which could be added further, so that is why this gives you one state. And then after getting this first state, you need to take into consideration all the transitions which you can get or parser can get on obtaining S, capital A, small b, and you need to transform that particular specific state by moving dot to dot by one position. And once you move dot by one position, then you need to again calculate closure with respect to that state and add it in that particular set. This is how the LR0 automata is created. Let's say for example, if we'll take into consideration transition on I0 state after obtaining capital A, this state will move the dot by one position. As dot after dot capital A is there, you need to add the CFGs which are giving expansion of capital A as a closure in this state, and this will give you set of rules in this particular state. This is how this transition diagram is drawn. And for construction of LR0 table, for every kind of parsing table, LR0 parsing table, the table is going to be in same format: action and go to. Action will comprised of always terminals, go to will always comprised of symbols or non-terminals, and these number of rows will be equivalent to number of states which you are going to get in the transition diagram. And these shift and reduce action are taken or written with respect to this particular thing. Let's say for example, on small a, your I0 state is moving to or switching to state 3, that is why here shift to state 3 is written as 3 action is written. Similarly, there are possibly 4 actions which LR parser takes: shift, accept, blank space error, and reduce. So reduce is applicable to the states wherein dot is there at rightmost side, that are called as final stage. In that final stage, let's say for example, if we'll take into consideration state I4, in that case here reduce action is required to be performed by taking into consideration rule number 0, 1, 2, and this one is 3. So by rule number 3 we are supposed to perform, or parser is supposed to perform reduce action, that is replace whatever is there at right side by LHS, that is what is done in reduce action. So that action R3 is written in this under all columns of terminals, right? So what will happen, this is written very blindly by just taking into consideration current symbol. LR0 parser does not take into consideration what would be there next coming, okay, what will be the symbol or terminal or whatever it may be which is coming next to this. So it is not able to detect the errors in advance. If we want to improve the performance of the parser should be taking into consideration the next symbol which would be coming after the current one. So that is why, to take into consideration that the algorithm is modified and table construction algorithm is modified, like likewise. So, and which gives you SLR1, simple LR1 parser. Obviously, and in this, S stands for simple, L stands for as the parser scans input string from left to right. This L is written, and this R is written for reverse of rightmost derivation, and this one gives you look ahead, number of look aheads taken into consideration. So here, what is the change which is applied in SLR1 parsing is, instead of writing reduce action everywhere, what parser does for while constructing table is it calculates follow, and then whatever terminals it is going to get in the set of follow, under only that columns it will write the reduce action. For an example, if we'll take into consideration state I4, in this reduce action is to be performed with respect to rule number 3, and here follow of A with respect to given set of CFGs is small a, small b, and dollar. Why it is so? Because after A, capital A only is there. So if after A is going to occur, in that case fall of capital A is small a and small b, and if we'll take into consideration existence of capital A over here, follow of this A is nothing but follow of S is always dollar. So from that point of view, follow of A is A, B, and dollar, and that is why reduce action is written under all three columns. Whereas if we will take into consideration I5 state, that is S gives capital A dot, in that case follow of S is only dollar. That is why it is dollar, because S dash gives dot S is written, and after S always dollar is assumed to indicate end of an input string. That is why follow of S is always dollar. All of you know that what are the other reasons for doing all that kind of things. So that is why dollar, this particular reduce action with respect to state 5 is written under only column dollar R1. Alright, and same is applied for I6. In I6 LHS is capital A itself, that is why, and follow of capital A is A, B, and dollar, that is why reduce action is written everywhere. So what will happen? It will be able to detect the errors which would be occurring later after performing reduce action under these two columns earlier. So this is how it improves the efficiency while parsing. Now you know what is shift reduce and reduce reduce kind of conflict. Now what is the possibility of getting shift reduce kind of conflict using LR1 parser or SLR1 parser? So obviously there is possibility of shift reduce kind of conflict only if this is the I3 state and on transition of A which is going to I4 state, and obviously reduce action will be written only under the follow of A, and if follow of capital A is a small a as well. In that case, what that indicates, reduce action is to be performed under small a, as well as shift action is to be performed with respect to this transition diagram. Shift action is also to be performed with respect to A. So the possibility of SR conflict with respect to this transition diagram is only if follow of A is small a, otherwise not. Same is applicable for reduce kind of conflict. If this is the diagram diagram which we are supposed to take into consideration in this state I4. Specifically, these are the rules. A gives alpha dot and B gives beta dot. Then there is a possibility of RR conflict only when there is the common terminal in the follow of this A and follow of B. If there is no common terminal between follow of A and follow of B, there will not be any possibility of RR conflict. So this is how it reduces the probability of SR and RR kind of conflict in using SLR1 parser. I hope you have understood the concept and you will be able to construct SLR1 parsing table. You'll be able to find out possibility of SR and RR conflict, and you'll be able to compare LR0 and SLR1 parsing. Thank you.